Good afternoon, welcome back to T3. In today's show, Samsung is dropping the people's elbow right in the middle of the market with this absolutely mad 32-inch. Trust me, it's going to be good. Alrighty, so as I said, 32-inch curved monitor. The studio actually doesn't have enough space to put all of the screens that I need in front of me over here. So we are going to jump over to my setup and get a bit personal. Alrighty, so here we are. This is my setup. I humbly present it to you. Please don't rob me. No, I'm kidding. So, the reason I wanted to show it to you guys in the setup over here is because of this monitor to my right. Now, back in the day, like 2008, large format LCD started to become more and more kind of commonplace. And Samsung didn't really react at the time. There was no real major kind of 27-inch from them, or even 24-inch. And suddenly they came out with this Series 2 or P Series 2. This is the P2770H, okay? This was a 2 millisecond response time monitor, full HD. I've actually still even got the little label on the side, but I will take a nice little close-up of that for you so you can see kind of how they were marketing it and that kind of stuff. And the 2 millisecond response time was very important back then, because if your frame rate went too high, you got something what we call ghosting, and you would actually see your image being kind of dragged across the screen, like really not nice. It wasn't a great experience. So at the time that became very important, especially for gamers. 60 hertz was all that was available. There was no real like 120 or 140 hertz, that 44, that came much later. And when they released this monitor, all the other monitors in the same kind of class were about between 3,500 and 4,000 rand. But not Samsung. They launched theirs at 2,700 rand retail, which at the time was absolutely unheard of. A few months before that, my 22-inch 16x10 2232GW, ye olde, it needs that thing needs a plaque in its honor. Let me tell you, those monitors lasted us an exceptionally long amount of time. Very good Samsung monitors as well. But they came out with a 27. This was the first big kind of monitor at that price. I mean, like 30% cheaper than anybody else. And now they've done it again. This is the spiritual successor to the Grand Poppy 2770H. This thing is staggeringly good at the price. Okay, it doesn't have some of the features that other monitors have, like periscope necks and the like, but 32-inch curved, 1440p, 144 hertz, and it's a VA panel. So color reproduction is fantastic. I literally put 5% into the digital vibrance before it almost got too much. Like I say, color reproduction here, phenomenal. So if you're looking for a design kind of crossover panel, easy to check box there. 1440p, 144 hertz, brilliant pixels per inch, much better than full HD on a 27. The 1440p res really does make a huge difference. I'm lucky enough to have a 2070 Super, so I've got more than enough power to drive this at 2K 144. And the general usage experience of this monitor is absolutely mind-blowing. We'll put some overlays of me playing Dirt and other kind of games on here as I'm kind of going through this portion, because it was just so staggeringly good. The only thing that's a little bit difficult to kind of set up for, I can see for people, is because it's curved and not flat. It's very easy for when you tilt it kind of back and forth for you to get a ring like curve on the top and the bottom. But me sitting in this kind of position, looking dead on with it set nice and far back on my desk over here, it's really good. Like, it's really good. I actually was very anti anything bigger than 24, especially for FPS gaming. It became really difficult to kind of see every portion of the screen. You kind of had to like turn your head. But once you get set up and comfortable on this monitor and it's kind of at the right distance here, it's absolutely fantastic. And with a price tag of 7,000 whole rands, if you guys are looking for something big, functional, brilliantly spec'd, there's just nothing even near to this. Samsung. So like I say, the price versus performance is really indicative of kind of Samsung's setup and how they like to do things. So they like the market to establish its supply and demand kind of vibes and what they're looking for, and then supply to that demand an absolutely ridiculous price. As I said, you're looking at like a 30% saving. You're buying one of the best monitor, if not the best monitor brand in the world, really. They are the global leader, and at a complete and utter discount. So this monitor, spectacular. Guys, you couldn't spend better money if you tried to. I've got literally, the only thing I would like to see is this come with a periscope option so that you can get your height and everything. You know, it'll be easier for people that don't necessarily have really convenient desk setups like I do. Other than that, it's really, oh, and the adapter. The adapter, that is one thing. The old one on this monitor was just an adapter with a kettle plug straight into it. Brilliant. External power, keeps it nice and slim. As you can see, the little slim on the 27, it was very important at the time because screens were quite bulky. This is quite slim, not having the power in it. It's because of the curve, it's not the skinniest monitor I've ever seen in my life, but bezel, everything, and then that adapter, guys, it's a brick. It's the only thing you're gonna have to deal with is this adapter. But otherwise, I must say, it's a bit of a 10 out of 10 from Samsung. So thank you all so much for watching. We do hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.